Just before we get into this episode, we do want to apologise for the lack of content this week. We will only be posting one video a day through Monday to Friday, and then we should be posting 2 videos on the weekend. But then as of Monday next week, we will be back to our usual schedule. Thank you for being patient with us. We do apologise, and without further ado, we'll jump straight into this episode. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. Today it is the LazyDaze channel, and we're back at it again with some more history reaction for you guys today, and we have some epic history TV's content for you, and we're back on the Napoleonic Wars series, and on this episode we have Wellington strikes Salamanca 1812. If you haven't already, please head over to Epic History's channel. A link will be in the description box down below. We're really enjoying his content over here on this channel, and we're really enjoying this series, and I think we just sort of want to jump straight into it and find out what the next episode is.
Yeah, so if you are liking our content, don't forget to like, comment down below and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's jump straight into this.
By 1812, Napoleon's French Empire had 250,000 troops stationed in Spain, bogged down in a war that seemed to have no end. They faced a bitter struggle against the people of Spain, who'd taken up arms in a guerrilla war, as well as the remnants of Spain's field armies.
Yeah, they're always going to be there.
An Anglo-Portuguese army under Lord Wellington.
250,000 strong, you've got to have some sort of
French forces in Spain remained formidable and in firm control of the capital, Madrid, and most major cities. And the year began with another great French victory in the south, and a calamity for Spain.
If I had 2 generals like Suchet to lead my troops in Spain, this war would already be over. Napoleon.
First take.
Come on.
Spain and Portugal would become a graveyard, not just for young French conscripts, but for the reputation of some of France's most famous generals.
All got too cocky.
General Junot,
Too cocky.
Marshal Soult, and Marshal Jourdan had all tasted defeat. Marshal Massena had been recalled in disgrace.
Never to hold.
Marshal Louis Gabriel Suchet was the exception. French generals
they're all
in
after the
Spain were
Marshal's battle,
notorious
weren't
for
they?
their looting. Soult, based in Andalusia, was probably the worst, reckoned to have stolen 1.5 million francs worth of art from Spanish monasteries and churches.
Unbelievable.
As governor of Aragon, Marshal Suchet behaved very differently.
Okay.
He enforced strict discipline on his troops, punishing any who tried to steal or extort money from the Spanish, while treating local authorities with respect.
Alright.
He combined this hearts and minds strategy with ruthless military action against the guerrillas. Was able to establish firm control of Aragon. In June 1811, after a particularly bloody assault, Suchet took the port of Tarragona,
Mate, he's doing really well.
for which Napoleon rewarded him with his marshal's baton.
There we go.
The emperor then sent him reinforcements and ordered him to take Valencia.
The only
First,
one
he routed a
doing
much
well.
larger Spanish army that attacked him at Saguntum before he laid siege to Valencia. The city was packed with Spanish troops and refugees, and to avoid starvation, General Blake surrendered Valencia on the 8th of January, 1812.
Good strategy.
The French took 18,000 prisoners, including 23 generals, and nearly 500 guns.
That's
It was a devastating blow to the Spanish cause. But to reinforce Suchet, Napoleon had stripped troops from other armies in Spain, and then withdrawn 25,000 of the best troops for his imminent invasion of Russia. The result was that French forces in Spain were now severely overstretched.
I understand that everyone wants to conquer the world, but no one seems to be able to conquer Russia.
No.
Because if you don't do it before winter, you seem to have a big problem.
I don't think they conquered it, but they definitely...
They got quite far in.
No, I'm talking about different time. The Mongols definitely defeated Russia in the winter, I think.
Okay,
The Mongols, the Mongols were like one of the... Actually, no, do you know what? I think even they struggled. The Mongols done a lot. And they went to Russia. And I can't remember. I think they done well. I can't remember.
Let us know if you know anyone that's actually got into Russia and claimed it as their own.
Yeah, definitely. We would like to know in the comments down below.
Thousand of the best troops for his imminent invasion of Russia. The result was that French forces in Spain were now severely overstretched, just as Wellington prepared to strike.
I mean, you barely have hold of Spain.
Yeah.
How are you gonna...
But you think you have the good generals in charge, but at least you've got one that's doing something down there.
Yeah,
That's what you're going to think.
I agree with that. We have in the service the scum of the earth, as common soldiers enlisted for drink. Wellington.
That's crackers fighting for a bottle of cane.
Guerrillas kept Wellington well in
That's what I've read that is.
Southend.
Give a crackhead a K cider, mate, and he's halfway over there already. He's done the job for you.
Yes.
Your local town crackhead will always get the job done.
Honestly.
Facing him in western Spain had been much weakened. He decided to go on the offensive, to strike a blow before the French could concentrate against him.
Okay.
On the day that Valencia fell, he laid siege to Ciudad Rodrigo on the Portuguese-Spanish frontier. Eager to take the city before Marshal Marmont could march to its relief, he ordered an assault after just 10 days.
I love the artwork.
Yeah, the
It
artwork is
succeeded.
beautiful.
The Major General Crawford of the Light Division was among 300 killed.
I've got to respect it. They're out in their front line
Wellington
with them.
then marched south to besiege the much more strongly defended city of Badajoz.
Okay.
An assault was made on the night of the 6th of April. The first wave attacking the main breach were slaughtered. But what was supposed to be a diversionary attack on the city's castle with scaling ladders succeeded.
What?
And the city soon fell.
Your diversion tactic worked. Quick, lads. Right, chuck the ladders up over the wall. Let's go. Rest of them round the side. All the lads round the side galloping on the horses. They come round and like, right, lads.
I reckon it was, right, lads, run over there, chuck the ladders up, and then, like, they'll get worried and we'll start bringing the siege in and run back. And they've chucked the ladders up and they've gone, wait, we can just go over. And just
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that's insane.
Your
diversion
diversion
attack.
works.
Yeah.
A diversionary attack on the city's castle with scaling ladders succeeded, and the city soon fell. The storming of
Would you go up the ladder?
cost the British
No.
3,700 casualties. In the aftermath, survivors went on the rampage, drinking, looting and raping, and killing more than 100 Spanish civilians
No.
before
Disgusting.
British officers finally restored order.
I'm happy they
Wellington
restored
secured
order.
the two
Yeah.
main routes between Spain and
Still
Portugal.
too much happened, though.
Too much.
before
Now
they
he sent his most reliable subordinate, General Hill, with a small Anglo-Portuguese force
Okay.
to destroy the bridge over the Tagus at Almaraz. This was a vital link between Marmont's army of Portugal and Soult's army of the south, as the next usable bridge was at Toledo, 90 miles east.
Ooh.
I don't fancy running that far in.
Yeah.
The bridge was well guarded by forts and redoubts, but Hill led a swift and daring assault. The French defences were taken by surprise. The bridge itself and all the engineering
Mate, those
equipment burned,
defences look
for the cost of
interesting.
just 177 casualties.
The cannons mounted up.
Wellington was
Yeah,
now
so it
ready
looked
to
like,
begin his
think of like, you know, like the towers they would use to like scour a castle or something
Yeah.
like that, like a siege tower. It looks like instead of that they just build like a fortification with 4 cannon points. Going back.
There is. Yeah, so it's you're firing from literally left, right, and centre.
Yeah. Yeah. And imagine there's men inside as well.
Yeah, no, there is definitely many. So that's crazy though.
Yeah, I reckon there's probably like pop holes where people are shooting outside and stuff. Yeah.
It doesn't look like it though.
Doesn't look like it, but I reckon there was.
There must have been little pop holes or something.
Yeah.
Have you seen one of the fake air vents in an old bunker in World War II?
No.
Oh mate, this guy just put a TikTok video and it's just like, you think it's an air vent, and he just throws a rock in it and it just comes out the bottom.
Oh yeah, I have seen that. Yeah.
Fences were taken by
that's pretty
surprise.
sick.
The bridge itself and all the engineering equipment burned, for the cost of just 177 casualties.
177.
Wellington was now ready to begin his advance into Spain. Spanish regular forces and guerrilla bands began operations to tie down as many French troops as possible.
Nice.
While from the Bay of Biscay, Sir Hume Popham's naval raiding force made diversionary attacks on French coastal targets. In 4 days, Wellington was at Salamanca, as Marmont, outnumbered, withdrew behind the Douro River.
Only outnumbered by 4,000.
Yeah.
When reinforcements arrived, he crossed the river again.
Okay.
Right, so now he's even.
For 6 days, Marmont tried to march around Wellington's flank, but the British general matched him move for move, their two armies marching in parallel, often within sight of each other.
Yeah.
But on the
scary.
7th day, Marmont blundered.
Oh. Right. Ah, there we go, the English translation underneath. That's what I'm going to attempt.
Go on then.
My dear Alvera, Marmont is lost.
Nice.
Wellington to General Alvera, his Spanish liaison officer.
Nice.
Come on!
On the morning of the 22nd of July, Wellington's army occupied high ground 4 miles south of Salamanca. Marmont was not interested in a direct assault. He still sought to outflank Wellington, threaten his line of retreat to Portugal, and force him to fall back.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Around 8 a.m., the French won a dash for a hill known as the Greater Arapil, which Marmont made his observation point. The French army began to swing round behind him. Marmont had convinced himself that Wellington was an overly cautious general who would not risk attack.
Okay.
The hills hid most of Wellington's army from view. And when Marmont saw dust clouds to the west, he assumed it was Wellington's baggage train leaving Salamanca, beginning their retreat.
So Wellington's army looks like he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, at least 11 divisions hidden in the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then obviously the dust cloud making them
But it
think
was the
like
British
people-
They're
3rd
retreating,
Division
yeah.
and a Portuguese cavalry brigade moving up to strengthen Wellington's flank. Because he wasn't planning a retreat. He was about to attack.
There they are, my lads. Just let them feel the temper of your bayonets. Major General Edward Pakenham, commanding British 3rd Division.
Look at that artwork,
Mate,
man.
the artwork.
It's just straight in.
Yeah.
Around 2 p.m., Marmont ordered the 5 infantry divisions waiting in the woods behind him to march west, to cut off Wellington's imagined retreat. General Mokoon's 5th Division, in the lead, stopped to engage what was presumed to be the British rearguard in the village of Los Arapiles.
Oh.
Yeah. They thought rear guard as well. They
General
really thought he was
Tommier's
retreating.
7th Division
Why?
continued
Why would
west
he
past it.
assume this?
Wellington watched as the
Because you
French
spent like 5 or 6 days marching in unison with them.
Yeah.
You know. And he thought he didn't have a good position. So like Mormont was like,
And,
this
yeah.
isn't going to be the battle point. Like
And he couldn't see the
Wellington
majority
isn't-
of the
yeah,
army.
Wellington it hasn't got a good point here. You know, he's not set up. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
Marmont
yeah.
won the
It's
rush.
not.
of the
Yeah,
hill.
I wouldn't just dismiss that thought process. Do you know what I mean? It's hard. You've been marching with these people
Yeah.
in unison, like, yeah.
Left flank became increasingly strung out and knew it was an opportunity too good to miss. He galloped 3 miles across country to the 3rd Division to give the crucial orders in person.
Go on, Wellington.
Many
Well
of his staff
then.
officers struggled to keep up. On arrival, he instructed the division's commander, his own brother-in-law, Edward Pakenham, to attack and drive everything before him.
Wellington's just done 6 miles on a battlefield, and it's probably just
Third
past the
Division's
majority of his
advance
lads.
by low hills until the last minute. Thomière's division was caught completely unawares and shattered by the assault. Thomière's himself was killed. Half his division killed or captured. The rest soon put to flight.
Oh dear.
At this crucial moment, Marshal Marmont was hit by a British shell,
Oh shit.
carried from the field seriously wounded.
Oh dear.
His second in command, General Bonnet, was himself wounded an hour later. So command passed to General Clausel.
It's not going well.
45 minutes later, the British 5th Division attacked, supported by 2 Portuguese brigades and General Le Marchand's
They're going for a
dragoons.
full-out attack here.
The French saw the cavalry coming and formed square, but were hit first by the British infantry, who unleashed a close-range volley, then charged with the bayonet. The French were routed and charged down by Le Marchand's cavalry. French 6th Division was caught up in the collapse. Le Marchand himself
Getting caught
was
up in
shot
the
from the
collapse is the
saddle,
worst.
but his brigade had helped destroy
Shot from
8
the
French
saddle.
battalions and capture 2 Eagles.
Wow. They're all just
Wellington's
dying in
echelon
battle.
attack continued as Cole's 4th Division advanced in the centre. But Pack's Portuguese brigade was thrown back from the Greater Arapil, and the whole division was soon falling back in disorder. Despite the devastation of his army's left flank, General Clausel decided to launch an attack on the Lesser Arapil, the hinge of Wellington's position.
Okay.
If it could be taken, he might still snatch victory from the
Yeah, they've
jaws
got
of
quite a
defeat.
few reserves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the French advance was met by fresh troops of Clinton's 6th Division, who poured volleys of musket fire into the French columns. They began to fall back. The French army had lost the will to fight on, its soldiers streaming away into the woods behind them. General Ferré's 3rd Division mounted a brave rearguard action
Okay.
to buy the
Go
rest
on.
of the army time to escape,
I like that.
but it
Nice.
faced a hopeless task. It was soon outflanked by the British 5th Division, and Ferré himself was killed.
Oh. Again, another
Only
commander
General
getting killed in
Foy's
combat.
1st Division escaped.
I respect that though. He
Yeah.
held the line for the rest of his army to get away.
I agree.
I do respect that. And
Yeah.
he's right flank. The French right flank have just got away.
Yeah, they're just... Yeah, but at the same time... like,
Yeah, it was
what-
just holding a line really.
Yeah, and what could you do at this point? The best point at this point is to go away and you have more men to fight for another day.
His
Like,
army
yeah,
exhausted,
it's a hard one.
Wellington called off the pursuit.
Smart idea.
I've got it.
Go on.
A deputation of the courts came to congratulate me upon your victory, hailing you as the saviour of Spain. Henry Wellesley, British ambassador to Spain, to his brother, Lord Wellington.
Nice.
Wellington had smashed Marmont's army, taking 7,000 prisoners
Oh.
and killing or wounding 6,000 more, a French casualty rate of 25%, and more than double Wellington's own losses.
Double difference.
The next day, dragoons of the King's German Legion attacked the French rearguard and achieved the almost unheard of feat of charging down a French infantry square
No.
and taking another 1,000 prisoners.
Oh.
Wow.
Wellington.
At that point, I would be really, really concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, the Germans have just done the unthinkable and taken out a square.
Yeah. Like.
Mate.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah.
Oh no.
It's insane.
Decided to march on Madrid, forcing King Joseph to abandon the capital and retreat to Valencia to join up with Marshal Suchet. On the 12th of August, Wellington liberated the city to scenes of wild celebration. Soult, now at risk of being cut off in Andalusia, abandoned the siege of Cadiz, which had dragged on for 2.5 years, and marched east to join Joseph and Suchet.
That's a long siege.
The following month, Wellington marched north, pushing the French back from Valladolid and besieging the castle of Burgos. But his army lacked heavy guns, and the French garrison fought bravely. As powerful French armies gathered to the north and south, Wellington himself was now in danger of being trapped. He had no choice but to withdraw. Wellington's retreat turned into a desperate forced march through autumn rain. The supply system collapsed, and many starving soldiers looted what food they could find from Spanish villages. Madrid was abandoned and reoccupied by the French on the 1st of November. Wellington was back where he'd started 5 months before. But despite the campaign's dismal conclusion, his strike into Spain had led to the liberation of huge swathes of the country,
and he's
left
taken
the
like
French more
20% of their
overstretched
army
than
out.
ever. Reinforced and resupplied, Wellington would be back the next year to deliver the final blow to Joseph's Spanish kingdom. 1812 had seen the tide of war turn, and not just in Spain, because 2,000 miles to the east, in Russia, catastrophe had engulfed the Grande Armée.
Oh God.
I guess we'll find out what happens in the next video.
This is crazy.
It is insane. We're really enjoying this content over on this channel. If you guys are enjoying our content, then please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we're going to catch you in the next one.
See you in a bit.